Hi Stampers, it's Amy with Stampin' Magic. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I have for you a quick and simple card using our lovely Bubble Over stamp set and dies. And I'm glad to announce that this stamp set and the dies are carrying over to the new catalogue. Woo! I am so glad because I really do love this set and I don't feel I've had enough chance to play with it and show you some cards. So I'm very excited that this will be carrying over and I'll get to show you some other ideas with it. So, quick and simple card using these. And we'll be making this one. It's kind of a clean and crisp card. There's lots of white space, but quite a lot of pop of colour, which I absolutely love. The layout for this I got off of a card on Pinterest, and I just changed up the stamp set and the colours. And for the card today we're going to be doing a slightly different variation on this, so I'll explain more as we get to that. So let's tell you what we need. Other than the Bubble Over stamp set and dies, you're going to need some Lemon Lime Twist, Bermuda Bay and Daffodil Delight, some very nice bright colours. You're going to need a 3/4 inch punch. You're going to need a C6 top folding card base. You're going to need some DSP, a nice strip of this. I will put all the measurements and everything you need on my blog, so that'll be in the description bar below. So this is the Bubble and Fizz DSP that was a celebration item. So it's no longer available, but I really love the colour of this. But you can use any DSP. It's quite a nice one. I love the stripes. You're going to need a smooth Whisper White scalloped circle and a strip of Whisper White. And you're going to need some vellum, and I've cut out this shape here using the smallest one in some vellum. I pre-cut that just so it's ready and makes the video a little bit quicker. And some of the glitter epoxy enamel dots, and these are the glittery ones here. You get 2 lots in the packs, you get clear and glitter, so these are the glittery ones, and I love these little kind of water droplets or teardrops or whatever you want to call them, and the circles are really cool. And you're going to need a scrap of Whisper White and some tissue. Okay, let's start with our stamping. So to start with, I'm going to get some Daffodil Delight and the smallest bottle in the set, and you're going to ink up about that much of it. So you're leaving a bit off the top, and then with your tissue you're going to very lightly dab away some of that colour. And what that does is that gives you, I don't know how you can see that, that kind of faded, kind of like fizzy kind of look. Okay, and then I'm gonna stamp that down. Give that a couple of seconds to transfer, and there you go. And then you're going to want to use your Stampin' Scrub. Okay, make sure that's really clean, and then we're going to swap colours. So we are done with that, and we're going to bring in our Lemon Lime Twist. Okay, and the same, so you're filling up most of the ball but just leaving that top bit there. You can actually put that away, and then getting the tissue again, lightly dab away some of that colour at the top. And then we're going to stamp that down. Okay, I dabbed a little bit too far on that one, but if you're not happy with it you can re-ink it and do it again. Okay, I'm just going to leave that as that is. So next we're going to need some Bermuda Bay and this little star circle, which I think is really adorable. And we're going to stamp that twice. And then bringing in our strip, we're going to stamp our sentiment. So, may your day bubble over with happiness. I really love that sentiment. And we're going to do that in Bermuda Bay as well. I love Bermuda Bay. I think it's such a lovely colour. Okay, you want to stamp it kind of to the left there, as central as you can. Perfect. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, let's close that up. Now, with our 3/4 inch punch, it's just the right size to cut these out. There is a couple of, well, there's a die with kind of like a metal rim thing around it, which is quite cool to use. Or you could use your layering circle dies. But this punch is just so easy and quick when you're not perfectionist and have to get it lined up right. Okay, so that's our 2 stars. Put that over there. And then I'm just going to run these through the Big Shot using my dies to cut them out. So I'll come back to you in a second. Okay, so there are bottles done. I'm going to bring in my snail and I'm going to put together the rest of the bits. So I'm adding adhesive to the middle back of the vellum sheet, because we're going to cover that anyway, so you won't see it. And I'm adding that down there. And the same with this one. Okay. And then I'm going to bring in my 2 little stars and I'm going to glue them on with Tombow. I do apologise if the light keeps changing on my video. It's very sunny but very cloudy out. So it keeps going from too dark to too bright. So I'm struggling with the light in this flat at the moment. Okay. And they're stuck down and there are 2 bottles. Now on this card, after I put it all together, I did go over this using the fine tip glue pen, just to give it a glassy kind of look. I'm not going to do this on here because it does take a long time to dry and it did go a bit misty. I actually quite like that look, but if you do want to do that, once you put together your whole card, just run the fine tip glue pen or glossy accents over that whole area and then leave it to dry and you'll get this kind of glassy, kind of cold drink misty effect, which I quite like, but there's an option for you. Okay, so I'm going to put my 2 bottles to one side and I'm going to bring in my other elements. Now I did mention to you that I was going to change things up a little bit for this card. So I'm going to turn this card, which is a top folding C6 card, into a Z folding card or Z folding card, depending what part of the country you're from. Okay, so it's very, very simple to do. You see here we've got our top folding. We're going to turn on its side to make a narrow side folding card. And then the front bit, we're going to fold back on itself. And if I can find my bone folder, there we go. Crease that edge with the bone folder, and that creates your Z folding card. So it open like this. So I just wanted to show you how easy it is just to change up those elements slightly. So we are going to be putting this DSP on, using snail for this. I've gotten to really love snail at the moment. It's just so quick and easy and no mess. Okay, so what I'm going to do is butt this up to that folded edge as neatly as I can. like so. So you know you've got all this bit here to write in. Okay, and then this circle piece we're going to put half over. Okay, so it's half and half. So I'm going to put Tombow for this, just so I've got a little bit of wiggle room to move it around if need be. Okay, so keeping it closed, I'm going to try and put it so it's halfway. Rounds like that. Close it. Just making sure it's nice and adhered. Okay, and now for the sentiment. We're going to put the sentiment down in this bottom. We're going to do a little bit of trimming for this. So I'm just going to notch that with my nails. So there's a little mark. And if I can find my trimmer. I've moved everything around in my, I've kind of reorganised my whole craft space. I can't find anything. Right. And we're going to cut that tiny little bit off. And this is going to go on this bottom section like this. And for that I'm going to use Tombow again. Really like that. And then we're going to get some bubbles. We're going to do some lovely, lovely bubbles. So for this, we're going to need to decide where we're placing our bottles. Quite like them kind of overlapping. If I can pick it up. Alright, for this I'm going to get the Bermuda Bay to do my bubbles in. And I'm just using the bottle as a kind of line-up guide. I'm going to do it like that. Then I can move these out the way. And this space here, we're just going to fill with bubbles. Okay, and that is all our bubbles done. Right, now to stick down our lovely bottles. So we're using Tombow for the green one, just so we've got that wiggle room. We can get that lined up nicely. So kind of over the sentiment, pointing towards your bubbles, with your nice scalloped circle in the background. And I'm going to bring in my dimensionals, oh, way too many, for the yellow bottle. And the yellow bottle we want kind of off to one side a little bit. Just make sure that dimensional's a bit too high. Ooh, oh dear. Yeah, you might want to check where you put your dimensionals before you actually put it down. That was not a good idea on my part. Okay, so it's okay, we can fix this. So I'm just putting in another dimensional there. There we go, no harm done. Okay, and to finish our card, we're bringing in these lovely glitter epoxy shapes. So I think I put quite a few more than I normally do. Yeah, so on this card I'd normally put like 3 on, but this one I've put like 3, 4, 5 and then 2 kind of water droplets. But, you know, go for it. Just put as many as you like on. And that is our card done. And it opens up like that, and you've got some nice space here to write in. So that is the Z-fold card, and we've changed it up from this card here. So if you're doing this layout, you do the same. You put the DSP down first, then you put the scallop on. But you'd have it kind of half off the edge, then you'd trim it. Then you'd place this on top with your bottles and your yellow one raised. So I hope you enjoyed this project and it gave you some ideas of how to change your card up. I've used the exact same supplies for each card. It gives you an idea of how to look at something a little different. So as I said, this set is carrying over, but it currently, with the bubble over stamp set and the dies, they're currently a bundle at 10% off. So when they carry over, you can buy the stamp set and the dies separately, but they won't be a joint offer of 10% off bundle. So if you do want them, get them now, because you will get that extra little offer. If you would like to shop with me, please do visit my blog. There's a hostess code on there you can use when shopping online, and you will get some extra free goodies from me. So I hope you have a lovely day, and I will speak to you soon. Bye!